We are back, girl. We are back. We
Yes,
are back.
yes.
Well, welcome to the Speakeasy at the Smith's Lounge. This is Donna, aka Donna Lynn, aka Juice, aka back to Donna Lynn. But it's me, Donna. I'm here. Girl,
And
act like
it's
I don't know
me.
my name, right?
Right? Wait, you got also so many and AKA
Girl.
this and
Yeah.
AKA that. No, I just got this is Heather, AKA the crazy Virgo.
And that's it. And that's all. And tonight,
Yes.
y'all, we drinking. We
We
drinking. We're
sipping
going to
tonight.
sip and talk, talk and sip. So last week, before we get into anything, I want to talk about that question we talked about last week because everybody has something to say about it. The
Okay.
question about whether or not the mother had a right to block the father, and the father is the one paying the bill, and everybody felt the same way. Like, you bugging, miss. Like, why would you even think you had a right to turn around and do that? You had no right. Like, stay, leave that boy phone alone.
Yes.
Stop tripping. Go get you a new man so you don't have to be, tripping on your son. Cause I'm sure they in the house like, I don't want you talking to your daddy. Shut that down. I'ma block him. I'ma do this, that, and the third. So yeah, I posted the question and a lot of people
They
agreed with us.
responded, oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, because people
It,
were still responding like on my page and stuff, like, no, no, she don't have. I was
yeah,
like,
she don't have
okay,
the right to. She don't have the right to. Real quick, I don't know if you can you see that say Smith's Lounge?
oh no,
Yeah.
oh
Can you see
yes,
it?
yes, oh, at the Smith's Lounge.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
I'm Red Cup Solo. Okay, that's where I'm at tonight.
You like that's it and that's all.
Mm,
So y'all, last week we kind of got into just a little snippet of Heather's situation, and we figured we was going to sip tonight and just talk about it from beginning to end, how they met, the whole deal, little things through the 10 years, and then how we ended up here today.
mm.
So, I'm going to throw on my little interviewer hat
Yeah.
and, see what we could do. Throw it on top of this ponytail here and see how we could rock out and get this interview going. So, Heather also told me nothing is, off limits. We talking, we talking. So, this
Yes,
is
we
the,
talking.
wait, this is the exclusive.
Oh yes, because you are the first.
That's
Yes, you
right.
are. You are the first to the exclusive
This is the
interview.
exclusive. Listen, and because it's the exclusive and I'm doing the interview, this is definitely going up on Speakeasy at the Smith's Lounge podcast YouTube. And it's also going on like the audio, but I'm also going to throw it on over there in parts on Donna Lynn.
Yeah,
So,
let's get
look at it from
Donna Lynn popping.
that's
Let's
right.
see.
Let's get it from here. So I first want to talk about the fact that, y'all been married for 10 years, right?
12.
12 years, 12.
12. Yeah.
Yeah,
12.
12. This year would have made 12.
This year would have made 12. Yes.
Okay. So
Yeah.
let's start off with like, how did y'all meet? Like, how did
All right.
you,
Well, so
are we
this is the
using
thing.
names?
Should we? Is that legal? Because I don't want to get
Um,
sued over this bullshit. Because
all right. So let's see.
you know, no, 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 no. Yeah, because I don't know. You see what I'm saying? I don't need nobody coming for no extra
That's right.
coins besides
Yeah.
what I'm already put the fuck out. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So,
Okay. So we need
let's just give it the ghost.
the ghost.
Because that's
Ghost.
basically
Like,
what the bitch did, right?
yep,
Okay,
ghost.
ghost.
Yep. So that's his name, Ghost, like power.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. So
Okay. So how did you and Ghost meet?
now this is crazy because see a
Mhm.
lot of people thought that we met on our job, which we did. But the thing is, we knew each other because we grew up on each other's block. Like
Mhm.
my mom, her sister lived in the house across the street from his mom and his family, and we grew up on the same, grew up on the same block
As
until
kids through the years.
as kids through the years. So
Okay.
when I seen him at the job, it had been like I mean,
I
year
knew that when you saw
right,
him on the job, like, yo,
right, like
Ghost, I
yo,
know
like
you. Yeah.
me and my cousin, we was like, oh, yo, that's Ghost. Like, oh shit, Ghost at the job. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
Mhm.
it was one of them kind of situations, bro.
Okay.
So just like in passing and in the hall. And let me tell you, my job is almost like a Peyton place. Like
Oh.
it's been so many relationships and marriages, and it's like almost like the SSA way. Okay. Like
What?
so, yeah. Like it's
Everybody
a
there married to each other?
it's a huge build. It's a huge building. It's 7 floors. But when I
Hmm.
say it's like Peyton Place, like I
Okay.
mean, people come in married, they leave out married to somebody from the job, divorced from the person that they came in married from, and
Oh,
it's a
wow.
whole it's a
So you
lot
got
going on.
exes and you got new relationships and
Yes,
everything going
yes,
on at the
yes,
job.
yup.
Okay. All right.
So it's one of the
You like you said,
so
the SSA way.
it's so
Mm-mm-mm.
we had seen each other. So then it was just like little emails and um little flirting, little emails and different things like that.
Okay.
Now I will say I kind of, and I as I look back on it now,
Hmm.
I kind of
What you about to say?
I kind of played myself because I always, the way I am, the way I'm brought up, um,
Mhm.
you don't really fuck around with married men. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And he wasn't. He was in the middle of a separation,
Okay. Got
so
it. Got
he
it.
was living he was separated, living in his own crib, and all those things or whatever. You see what I'm
Okay.
saying? So,
So the divorce
although he
wasn't
was,
final,
it wasn't
but
final,
they
but
weren't together.
they weren't together, but they
Got it.
weren't divorced either. He was still
Okay.
married. So, as I look back on it, I kind of played myself with that shit. That right there, I played myself. So we
I
had
don't,
started.
you know what? So let me say this. I'm not going to necessarily say because he wasn't in the household, they were in the middle of a divorce. So that's a situation where do a person sit and wait until a divorce is final before they move on? Or do you, okay, we're not living with each other. We don't have anything to say to each other. We're not in a relationship with each other anymore. I'm living over here, you're living over there. Are you not allowed to enjoy your life? Do you have to wait?
I don't know. I just think at this point it just should probably be over. You see, like for me and
Hmm.
how I'm feeling, and just how I've always been so adamant. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Okay.
and to be honest, how do I really know it was completely over with me coming in that halt like that? You see what I'm saying?
But
Because
would
now,
you have
mind you, we
known
did
by
have a round one, round two. You see what I'm
mm,
saying? Like we got together, we was kicking it, it was moving fast. Like
at that point
in the
when you
beginning
saw him there?
when we first started, kicking it on the job or whatever.
Hmm.
Started talking, and it kind of was like moving fast, like it was like hot and heavy, and I don't know if it was too much or too fast or too soon or too, but like he had put a halt to it, like he had cut
He
that shit,
did.
like yeah,
Okay.
like he had cut that shit, like no, he was saying something about he had got a puppy, but I'm a little aggressive sometimes, so
Mhm.
I was like, what the fuck do a puppy got? Like, what is
Yeah,
going
what
on?
do a puppy have to do
Like,
with you? Yeah.
like, what the hell? Like, this is crazy or whatever.
Wait,
So,
wait, I'm confused. So y'all were kicking it hot and heavy, enjoying
well, it was
yourselves.
only, I'm going to say only probably like, I'm going to say a total of maybe 4 to 5 months was round one. See, this is how I always break it down as round one, round
Hmm.
two. You see what I'm
Okay.
saying? Because round one, we was kicking it, but it was just like in the beginning, but it was like so fast, like every day, talking. It was just like
Were you
not.
going over there
I
to
was
his
going
place?
over there. Yes, I was going over there. I was staying, staying nights and stuff like during the week because we worked
Right.
together. You see what I'm saying? So I
Right.
could leave shit. We was leaving sometimes on the lunchtime, going to the crib because he ain't live
Right.
too far from the job. We going on lunch, like it was
Right.
just
All that type of stuff. Right.
right, all this
Mhm.
crazy, like just too much. So I
So
guess
then
that's
out
probably
of
what he
nowhere,
said.
he
Like,
calls you up, or y'all see each other at the job, and he says, "Listen, crazy Virgo, I got a puppy, so I can't see you anymore."
well, it was almost like he really didn't know how to say it. Like it was just like I told you I was getting ready to get a puppy and I gotta be home and train the puppy. I can't be staying up there and I was like, oh, okay,
Oh, because
but
he was staying sometimes at your house.
he would stay sometimes at my house. I would stay
Okay.
sometimes. Like it was, he would only stay on Wednesdays because my mom, as I could remember this like a little thing, my mom would take my kids. My mom had got picked up on a federal jury. And
Mhm.
it was like almost for like a year that she was on this trial or whatever.
What?
Yeah. And she
Wow.
would have to go to court. She would have to go to court on Wednesdays, every
Mhm.
Wednesday for like that whole time or whatever. And she would get my kids Tuesday night and they would spend the night and go to school from her house. So that would be like the night, he would come,
He would come.
he would
Okay,
come
got it, got it,
or
got it.
whatever.
Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
he was like, I can't be, coming up there and this, that, and other. So, um, I was like a little devastated. Like, I mean, I was like devastated. Like, yo, like, wow, like, what the fuck is going
Yeah,
on?
what
Like,
happened?
yeah,
We hot and
like I
heavy,
was,
and then out
yeah,
of
it
nowhere,
was like,
you tell me about a puppy, and I can't do this. So
bam. And
now, so
so
now y'all still working together,
we still working together,
but y'all on
but
break or whatever. Like
we
you
on
thinking
break.
it's completely over. How are y'all at the job though? Are
We on
y'all?
break, but he was still like, he was still send like good morning emails,
Mhm.
good morning, we would still say good morning and stuff. Always a little cool, when we see each other in the hallway, we,
So y'all were
bust it up.
cordial. It wasn't
Mm-hmm.
like don't
It
say
wasn't
nothing to
no
me here.
nasty,
Okay.
no. And but I also in the midst of like that little period, I had got promoted on my job.
Mm-hmm.
And we had to do a training. Well, I had training, and the training was in the basement. And when you get into a new training class and stuff, you
Mm-hmm.
start meeting new people and stuff like that.
Right.
So it was a guy in the training class
Okay.
that he was new to the building. Like
Oh,
we ain't
great.
know him. You
Okay.
see what I'm saying?
He
Like
was
he was
coming
new.
in the SSA way, huh?
Yes, right. So, and he was cool as shit. He was from up New York or whatever. So me and
Mm-hmm.
him wound up sitting next to each other, and he he was just cool. He was just cool as out. It just all get out. So
Right.
me and him had kind of like started like kicking it, like
Mm-hmm.
when we left the job, sometimes I'll drop him off home, whatever, because he didn't have a car. He was from New York. I would
Yeah.
drop him off at his apartment. Like, we was like, so this newsy ass instructor that was
Mm-hmm.
cool with Ghost tells freaking Ghost
Mm-hmm.
that I guess she was like, yo, like, yeah, she getting a
She
little
kicking it
like,
with somebody else
yeah,
now.
yeah, because
Mm-hmm.
at first I was really distraught. You see what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
let me
Next thing
tell
you know,
you,
you like
my mother ain't raised no fool, okay? And that's one thing. And
mm-hmm.
I know I ain't no ugly chick, and
Mm-hmm.
I like men. So the
That's
bottom
right.
line is, me and him started kicking it. So she must have said like she going to lunch or she's a little bit more conversation, whatever. Because one thing about the job, we already knew too many going to lunches with one person at one time, too much
That
in the
meant something
hallway
going on.
talking, is something a little bit going on or whatever. So,
Okay.
so then all of a sudden I'm seeing him like pop up at the door and I'm like all right, like,
Well,
it
what
was
goes here? Yeah.
like,
Mm-hmm.
what is going on? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
why you coming down here? Like, I'm trying to. So he was doing little shit like that, but still, like, we was, not having sex at all,
Mm-hmm.
and we wasn't,
You in New York.
no, me and Ghost,
Oh,
me
go.
in New
You and
York
go.
never had sex neither, but,
Okay. Yeah.
um, because I'm trying to tell you, like, it got to the point Ghost is now like cock blocking a little bit. You
Okay.
keep coming. So now New York is like, well, what the, you said you cool, but you
Yeah.
got Ghost always fucking ghosting. Like you
Yeah, he
always
always in the mix.
in the mix. So it was like, all right, like, okay, like, what is going on here? This story gets a little crazy, but we was always cordial, always a little friendly, this thing other. I had a 30th birthday party.
Right.
Me and one of my hairdressers had a 30th birthday party, and he came to the 30th birthday party. Now, in between round 1 and round 2 was like 6 months.
6 months in between.
Months in between round 1 and round 2 was like 6 months.
Okay.
So I had this 30th birthday party, and
So wait, for 6 months between round 1 and round 2, y'all would just speak and go.
we would
Like you
no,
you never went
we
back
was
over
still
his house. You never
no,
went back.
we would still talk on the phone. We
Mm-hmm.
would talk on the phone and have conversation and stuff on the phone. We would still email and stuff at work and have
Mm-hmm.
conversation and stuff, but it was never like, no, we was not sleeping with each other. We was not spending the night at each other's houses.
Okay.
It was all shut down. You see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Right.
And then I had, I still had invited him to the 30th
The
birthday
30th
party,
birthday party, right.
which I was really surprised that he came. And
Mm-hmm.
but when he came, it was like after that we was never separated.
Okay.
Like
So
I
he came to the party.
mm-hmm.
Let me picture this. So he came to the party. When he came in, he basically, y'all start kicking it at the party. And then what? He just made his mind up that we gonna be talking from here. Like did he
Well,
mention that, or it just was
I had
automatically?
asked him like what had happened. You see what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, what made you come to the point where you felt like you wanted to get it back or whatever. And he was saying like during the time, it was just different things. Like even with the situation with the guy from the job, he said he was getting so angry and so jealous, and he was like, why am I, like I made the decision not to rock and roll, so why am I getting mad and why I'm jealous, why I'm feeling some kind of way or whatever. So then
Right.
he felt
Right.
like, oh no, like I'm really feeling it. You see, like I got more feelings than what I'm admitting to myself or whatever. You see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Um, so then from there we was just rocking and rolling. You see what I'm saying? Like
Right.
just we was full fledged, couple, whatever.
Right.
So we dated, I'm gonna say 3 years, you know, and
Still
then
working together and all that.
still
So by
working
then he's
together.
divorced.
By then he's divorced. Yes, that
Okay.
happened during round 2, like within those months around between round 1, round 2, all that was in the makings too or whatever.
Okay.
The divorce and stuff or whatever. So
Okay. Got it.
um so 3 years, dating, and then we get married May 8th,
Mm-hmm.
2010. Yeah, 2010. Yeah, damn. So we got
Yeah.
married.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, all the time still working with each other. Um, everything.
Which is
Um,
crazy because how do you at work all day with them, then you're home with them nights and weekends and holidays, and so y'all were around each other 24/7 outside of maybe doing different positions at your job, but y'all basically were around each other more than not.
right. The
Okay.
for the most part, because the job, like I said, is got multiple floors or whatever. We worked on different floors.
Right.
So during the day, like I'm never one of those kind of chicks that's gonna do a whole bunch of pulling up and um going to the desk, and
Mhm.
I'm not doing none of that. You see what I'm
Right.
saying?
But y'all
So
drove in together every day and then drove
not
home to.
no, because I was more of a morning person, and
Okay.
my job starts as early as 6 o'clock. So I would
Okay.
get to work at 6 in the morning.
Mhm.
He's way later. You can get there
Okay.
anytime from 6 to 9:30.
Oh,
He will
shoot.
Yeah, so he would
Mhm.
come on a later note or whatever.
Okay.
Now, because I would stay and do overtime, we would end up going home together. But
Together. Okay.
for the most part, we came in separately. We didn't see each other at the job until lunch. We always
Okay.
ate lunch together. We always went out to lunch, did something for lunch, whatever. So
So
we was
never like days like I'm rolling with my coworkers. We doing like y'all did lunch
yeah,
every day.
no. We had times where it might have been a baby shower, or one of my one of my girlfriends at the job. See, that's the thing with my job too. I don't associate with a lot of people at the job.
Right. Okay.
Work is work for me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get into a lot of cliques. I don't get into hanging. So I can probably count on one hand really how many friends that I really rock and roll with at the job, like go out with, to really, spend time with and all that. It's not many. I don't do it. I don't really play them games like that. It
Okay.
gets to be a little
Got it.
bit too messy or whatever. So
Yeah.
um yeah, the few that I had, if we plan to do something, or Christmas time, you always do stuff with your unit at Christmas time,
Yeah.
go to Christmas parties, different little things like that. So no, not, but I'm going to say the majority of the time. I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
say 80-20.
Sidebar.
80.
Y'all know I like the one ear thing. I just tried to do the two ear. I love the one ear. I don't know what it is about that, but go ahead.
She
So,
she she
ba-
thinks she's a DJ, y'all.
that's
She's
right. Chicka, 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 chicka. So now here we are. Y'all, y'all back together. Y'all working together every day. Y'all
hmm
seeing each other on lunch every day. Y'all going home every day. So now let's go from, let's say, y'all get married to 2010. So
hmm
when do you first feel like something is not right? Like when do you first feel like that? Was it before COVID? Was it during COVID? Was it
I didn't feel like nothing was right until fucking 2022, Donna.
okay? So even during COVID,
No, during COVID, we was cool. We
but
was
did
cool.
he was he still working with you at that time during
Well,
COVID or
during COVID, see, prior to COVID, okay. So Ghost also um has a God forgive me, that's not funny. A stomach condition. God forgive me, it's not funny because I don't know if it's a stomach condition or not at this point, but it was
at the
supposed to be,
time
at the
he was
time it was a
saying,
stomach condition, and he
yeah,
was so sick and so stressed and overwhelmed with the job. He hated the job. Like it was like
okay.
a hate that was like it was just like a hate that
So the stomach with this stomach condition, was it years or was it like did you know about this for years or did
yeah,
he
no. This has been years. This was, I mean, it had always been within our whole time. Like,
okay that he had a stomach
um,
condition, but it was
but
just getting worse as the years went on and he felt like it was job related.
yes, because he
Okay,
was
got
so
it.
like the position he had kind of got himself in was more of like a stuck kind of position. It wasn't. It was like the
Where
job
you
was
were
kind of.
growing up the ladder, he was kind of in one position and
Well, it
stand
was,
got
yeah, because it was like it was it was nothing to it. It wasn't even like fulfilling. Like, see, my job is more like fulfilling. You see,
yeah,
I'm helping people. You see, like,
yeah,
whereas this was like surveys, and
okay.
it was it was and it didn't make no sense. Like, he was observing and
Mhm.
supposed to be picking out mistakes, but even with the mistakes, they weren't. If I tell you you made a mistake, and what's the use if you're not going to correct it? So
Right, okay.
it was just pointless, and he had really really just started like really resenting it, really hating to get up to go, really. But then,
COVID hit. We home. So y'all home. Y'all
well,
home
even
from
prior to that, because his job was a little bit different. He had been started working from home. Like, his
okay.
section had, even before COVID had hit, they had already implemented working from home, and
Okay.
he was working from home 3 days a week.
Oh,
And
and going in too.
so, I mean, you really. at that point, when you was, I mean, yeah, mind you, you supposed to be working, but it was a little bit more flexible, so
Yeah.
you could work on other things. You see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And I mean,
So
it's
was he doing other things besides the job?
well, he was. I mean, he loved to do like acting and voiceover and different little things like that or whatever.
Right.
So he was
And
trying to do and the aerobic stuff. Like he was really well. I don't know about the aerobic stuff. I mean, not the aerobics, the
that's why I'm
workouts.
like, wait, the workout. Yeah, I'm about wait. He doing aerobics, but yeah, the workout when he started doing the I'm like, okay, twinkle toes, little aerobics, okay. See this little sipping
and
and
and the whole time you just letting me say it too. Like you ain't want to say like,
no,
huh?
I was going to jump in there. You know, I
Like
was jumping in there like, wait, aerobics, wait. But maybe I don't know his life. Maybe he doing workouts and aerobics. I don't know. You know, I can't tell you what Ghost was doing. You gotta tell me. But
right.
so okay, so he
Right.
working
So
from home
well
3
see
days a
he
week
really
doing
loved
workouts.
he really had wanted to do the acting. But because I felt like he had such a distinctive, like deep voice, I felt the voiceover was
Hmm.
more like the situation. But then I had I had started feeling like the clumps and I wanted to I
What
was
does that
like
mean?
the clumps. I started feeling fat, overweight, like the
Oh,
clumps. The
okay,
movie,
yeah,
the
okay,
yeah.
yeah,
I started feeling,
okay,
a little extra fluffy. So
yeah.
I went and got me a personal trainer, but the
Hmm.
personal trainer was a male,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna be honest, I really didn't divulge too much of the information either about me
Oh,
getting this trainer. You see what I'm
oh,
saying?
okay. So you were
Yeah,
just going to
I
get the
just was
trainer, but
going to the just
yeah,
going
the
to the
trainer.
trainer, and but he was still doing little things too. Like he had started, running and doing different little things. So
Hmm.
it finally had like came out that I had the trainer.
How would that
And
come out? What happened?
well, what happened with it? I I don't, you know what? I really don't know. I don't know if he had came to the gym and seen me or, oh, you know what? He probably had seen, do Instagram page. Like
Oh,
he had started doing some promoting and stuff on the Instagram or whatever. So he
yeah.
probably did see that or whatever. And
And he
I
like,
had,
wait a minute, if I'm working out over here and I can train, why she going over there getting trained by somebody else?
well, to be honest, Donna, for one, we never had discussed anything about training. I didn't know you wanted
Okay.
to be a trainer. Like
Okay.
you never said, "Oh, I'm in the training," or "Oh, I think I want to do training," or like I didn't
Hmm.
know that's what you. I see you working out. Yeah, I knew you was in the fucking military and you know how to work out, but I don't know
Right.
you. This is something you want to make a livelihood or whatever. So that's what I said. I said, "Well, I'll give you a play if
Hmm.
you know." I'll give you a try. If you work out, I'll rock and roll. If not, then I'm going to go back to the trainer. Like,
Right.
I
Got it.
mean, we never discussed anything about you being a trainer. So I don't
Right.
know, which until he did do good. You see,
Hmm.
which some people say he did good. Some people say I look like a bobblehead during the whole time. I don't know.
Not a bobblehead.
I don't know. I just know I was a lot fucking smaller than what I am now at this point or
Okay.
whatever.
So now
So
let me see what step we at now. So now he leaves the job. He's
right,
no, he's
well,
working from home
he's working from
three
home,
days a
but
week, 2 days in, but he's not happy. He start doing some training. Did he do the voiceovers?
he was still doing he was doing a little voiceover, not
Okay.
much, not much acting and voiceover. Like that
Okay.
um wasn't really hitting for anything. So
So then
he was more
COVID hit.
so doing the
Go ahead. I'm
training
sorry.
and then
Mhm.
more so doing the training and then prior to COVID, prior
Mhm.
to COVID, he just couldn't take it no more.
Okay.
So then he said, I'm out of here. Fuck your social security, fuck the 22 years of service. I'm out of here. So he
So
left.
did he talk to you first about that or you just found out he quit his job?
No, no, no. I was there. I was there during the whole time or whatever.
Mhm.
Like I was there the whole. like the whole meltdown. It was like a whole like mental meltdown, like
In one day?
in one day. Yeah, like literally,
Okay.
I seen go from like wake
Mm-hmm.
up, we cool, everything good, we on the joint working. I seen uh I am pop up, bing, supervisor. I don't know what was said in that transpire, but
Mm-hmm.
from that I am to when it was over, it went downhill. I
Oh
mean,
shit.
it could no longer. I mean, they could not function. Could not. I mean, now this kid get out the bed. You
Mm.
bent over. I mean, it was a whole. I couldn't believe it. I never seen nothing like it. I said, damn, a
Right.
job could make somebody go from
Yeah,
A to Z. Like, I said, God damn, like no, for real.
what is going on here?
I
Yeah.
never seen it. I was like, wow, like this is like, yo, this is crazy. Like this is bad, like,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because we was
And you
just,
still going in every day.
well, they had implemented some work from home for me too, but I only had 2 days from home. And
Okay.
then I went in the rest of the week or whatever. So
Mm-hmm.
I was home 2 days, and then I would go in the rest of the week where he was home 3 days, and he would go in the 2 days or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So we both was working, and that's what I'm saying. Like we woke up, everything was fine, we was good. We working, laughing, ha ha. Then I never seen nothing like it. It went from A to Z. It was just like almost like I'm going to say probably like a mental meltdown, like just a breakdown, mental breakdown. And he was just like, I was like, yo, like this is not good. Like you gonna have to
Right.
do something. And at that point, he was just like, he told the lady, like, I ain't coming back. I was like,
What?
he was like, that's it. I ain't coming back. I was like, oh, okay. Like, I mean, if it's
So
making you
now,
that sick, like, I
then you got
mean,
to
you
go
gotta
ahead
do
and do
what you
what you got
gotta
to do.
do. Yeah, you gotta do what
So
you
now
gotta
he
do.
resigns, right? He
So then
resigns.
he
You're
leave.
still at the job.
I'm still at the job, and he then, because I had went all that time without no automobile. Remember, I
Mm-hmm.
was doing all that
Mm-hmm.
time without no automobile. Kennedy High School, Kennedy College, no
Right.
automobile. Uber and lifting it up. Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I said, for my little treat to myself, I was going, get
Buy
myself a
yourself a
car. So I
right.
got myself a car.
This was
Um,
right before COVID or during
this was
COVID?
right before COVID. Like
Okay.
Kennedy graduated December 2019, and then I brought my car. Was it? It was that holiday in February. Was it President's Weekend
Yep.
or?
President's Weekend. Yep.
Yeah, President's Weekend. I went and I got my car that weekend or whatever,
And then right after that,
and then
March.
right after that, March COVID hit, and
Okay.
so during COVID, I was able, they shut us from going in the office, so now I'm working full time at home,
Right.
and then he had started doing the Instacart since
So
it
he
was a
done so he done left the job totally.
right.
He's still doing the personal training,
Well,
I guess to a degree.
that was just me.
Only you. So that wasn't people, it was just
No,
you.
yeah, right. No,
You said
yeah.
that was just me.
Yeah, that was
So he personal training you, and
right.
then he starts Instacarting
He was
in
Instacart.
in the car that you just purchased.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
you're home during the day
Mm-hmm.
working on your computer,
Mm-hmm.
and he's outside during COVID Instacarting. That's what you're saying. So
Yes.
he just out there.
Yes. But in the midst of that,
Did y'all talk about this first? Like he was going to use the car to do this, or did he just leave one day in the car and then every day he out there Instacart and then you don't have your
no,
car?
well, it was like he was like, I gotta get some resources,
Mm-hmm.
because you just left Social Security, so it's like, okay, what we gonna do for resources or whatever. And the thing is, I know he loved the market. Like he was like
The
a professional.
supermarket.
Oh yeah, he was like a professional market shopper. Like
Mm-hmm.
even when we went to the market, he would be organizing the fruits and vegetables, and
What? Yeah. Okay.
because he also used to, like, prior to work on Social Security, he worked at Whole Foods, and he
Okay.
was in the produce department.
Okay.
and he learned how to do all this different things. So when we even to the after that, when we be in the market, he would be like he was doing all that. He was doing market. He was
Excuse
doing
me, everybody.
God bless you.
Thank you.
He was doing all that. He was doing market. For the longest time, I wouldn't even go to no market or whatever. He was going
Right.
to the market. He, all that little because he really enjoyed it.
Hmm.
So
So now he
so
Instacarting.
I said, yo, this seems like this might be decent. Like you love it. You see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
You love the market. You love shopping. This is you can go ahead on and deliver whatever. So
How
that's
many
how it.
hours a day is that though? I mean, is that like
Well,
an all day thing?
you can make your own hours.
Hmm.
Um,
But I'm
you
saying
know,
for him, was he like there all day, every
he would
day,
be
or?
leaving. Yeah, he would be leaving out in the morning and would
Hmm.
be coming back. Sometimes he would come back maybe within the 5 hour 6 hour, depending on how the things was popping up or whatever.
Okay.
Or sometimes he would be out there to 9, 10, 11 o'clock at night, just
Okay.
depending on, I guess, how the numbers was coming in, what was going on or whatever.
Yeah, because at
um
that time nobody was going to the market. Everybody
Not a
was
thing. But what
utilizing.
I tell you is, motherfucker would put some miles on your car is what the shit would do. You see
Mm.
what I'm saying? Like, I ain't even never think
So this
about
a
that
brand
shit.
new car.
It's a brand new car that only had fucking 2 miles on it when I pull it off the lot, and it sat
Hmm.
outside for months with COVID before he started doing the Instacart. About the time he got done with that Instacart, baby, I had like 10. I said, God damn, like the thing
What?
was just, yeah, it was a lot of that's a lot of wear and tear. Like, it's a lot of wear and tear on your
Oh
car.
shit.
um if you make that something that you want to do on a full time, that is something
Hmm.
that needs to be probably done on a the car that's the squatter that
Okay,
just
something
don't
like
have no
that.
car note, the one that's
Hmm.
paid for, that's just sitting in the garage that you can put all these extra miles on and all that. It ain't.
Oh shit. So now we still in 2020, right? Or are
We
we at
still in.
2021?
No, we still 2020.
Okay.
Because
So
what
he
we in
Insta
now, 2020 was
22.
COVID. Yeah, so he
Yep.
Instacart in 2020. And in the midst of that, we also had decided, see, I'm thinking 2019, one of them birthdays. I'm trying to think, because we went out to Vegas for one of his birthdays. I'm thinking it was 49, so I'm thinking it was probably 2020, December of 2020. Yes, because this
Going
is
into
20.
20. Yep. Okay.
So,
So now it's December 2020. Y'all go to Vegas.
right, we go to
Okay.
Vegas, and we had been going to Vegas because my daughter went to school out there, so we've been going
Hmm.
to Vegas. Just like any other college kid, come spring break, we packing up. Summer break, we come and pick at. So we have
Right.
really got accustomed and used to Vegas or whatever. And
Right.
we didn't even never do the strip. Like, I could count on probably both hands how many times I've been in the casino out in
Okay.
Vegas, and I've been, just it it had became a lifestyle or whatever. Vegas had
Okay.
became a lifestyle. But in the midst of us going out there, like every time we would go, he would be like Juval,
His
like,
stomach wasn't bothering him or whatever, right? At that point.
no,
Okay.
no,
Got it.
no,
Got it.
no. Damn, that's a good analogy. Damn. Yup,
Yep.
no. I mean, up, going bang. I mean, I was like, oh, okay. So
Just a
then
different person when he out here.
right. So, so we doing all that with Ken, whatever, going back and forth with all that. And we went out there for his birthday. And I heard him tell his mom, like, oh yeah, we moving out to Vegas. Now we
Hmm.
had like talked, but it was never nothing etched in stone. Like, oh yeah, this is it. We definitely going or whatever. But we had
Right.
said, okay, yeah, Vegas cool, Vegas a good vibe or whatever. My daughter was out there at the time,
Hmm.
basically living out there, so it was
Right.
like, damn, she family can, have some family out there with her or whatever. Um,
And y'all
so
still rolling good. Y'all still good.
yeah, we still good.
Despite, yeah,
Yeah,
y'all
we
y'all
still
good.
good. We
Hmm.
still good. We everything
Right.
good. We still good.
Right. So this is December 2020. Y'all go to Vegas.
We
He
go to
tell his
Vegas.
mom,
I
I'm
hear him
thinking
tell
we
his
about to
mom.
move here.
He said, I, he
I would
said,
like to move here.
no. He said we moving to Vegas. stay tuned. Part 2 of the foolishness.